the month. Today is the last day of the month. So the month has come to an end. Before 12 o'clock p.m., everything about February will be gone. And I want to list the achievements of Biafra this February. Join me and as I reveal it to you one after the other. You see, we must be specific on what we do and the things we do. There are very big reasons for that. Simon Eber has done a very, very nice job and is something to talk about, I must say. We have to consider more big win and more big victory on the things we do from beginning to the end. And by so doing, we will fetch ourselves some kind of breaking news that is well leveled in everything we say. So, one achievement that we achieve is discussion of Biafra referendum across 3 countries, Finland, Israel, and US. Number 2 is that Simon Eber has collected the first referendum remarks. Yes, that is one important thing that we ought to do, because doing it is very, very important. So, as we push through this whole reference purpose, we must understand that we can remark ourselves in a very whole big knowledge. That's where the thing is. The remarks of the referendum is going to help Biafra in a very large order, a very large way. I'm telling you the truth. Very, very, very large way. And before you know it, it's going to become unimaginably powerful. It doesn't matter how they try to do these things. It doesn't matter who is pushing it. But one thing is very important. We cannot stay back and watch ourselves being thrown to that, point of view where things no longer make sense. But regardless, our word is enough for the wise. The more they try to, bully us into the darkness, we are fighting back and we must prevail. So the first one is that we have been able to discuss referendum across 3 powerful countries, and we have gotten the remarks. The first remarks for a go ahead. Then the third one is that Nnamdi Kanu release will happen as soon as possible because his trial has begun. They know he did nothing, so bringing him to court and taking him back to prison is what they want to continue till their corrupt leaders finalize everything. But he's not scared and he's not stopping. He doesn't show any weakness anytime he's brought out. It is not easy to be behind bars for 3 years. You don't know what it means. You don't even know when day breaks and when you just use the sun. No time, no wristwatch. Those freedom, those food you eat, you don't eat them. It's not easy. Somebody spent 26 years behind bars. That is Nelson Mandela. And that was how South Africa they got. But South Africa they got, how are they reasoning today? That's a problem. But the times of Biafra, we are fighting it and we are going to get it, and we are going to reason better than any nation. Let them mark our words. Umuchineke. Uru na no mume. Aine ebenine. The ebenine I know. Aine mofuba. Makan chineke. Because the guy, it doesn't take time. It doesn't take little more time. We will be there to be victoriously victory. You say, there's this popular thing that the prophetess or prophet used to use. They say, power no be powder. On our in the zoo, naya. On a message, naya. Do you know that after the Biafra referendum document was received by Simon Eber by the US Department, Someone has now given the zoo 72 hours to do this very thing. Watch the video to the end. 72 hours and the strike order is coming from the topmost US department. For so long we have suffered, and so long we have been trying to convince ourselves, are we really doing this thing? You know, that kind of conviction, like, and the Biafran government has analyzed the picture of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra in the courtroom yesterday, and we are now convinced the Nigeria Islamic State has been, giving some kind of substance to his food. However, we are demanding for the immediate release of Mazen and the kind of a proper medical treatment, or else we will step up the flame. The Biafran government and its forces hereby give Nigeria 72 hours ultimatum to release Mazen and the Kano for medical treatment, or see every visible structure that represents Nigeria within Biafra and go down. The ultimatum will elapse on 1st of March 2024. It's a shame. It's a shame that Nigeria wants to keep doing this thing to themselves, knowing fully well they have nothing to offer to their citizens. They just want to hold these citizens down for too long, and at the same time make them feel their need to, to not to feel the presentation of what it is. And that is where every one of them must begin from. So we are looking at a wide growing force and what it is to become more important in the things we do. Just one or two. Yes, just one or two. But that's where the whole theory has begun. 72 hours. You see, Biafra is going to be known as a country that understands how it goes. They're going to be known as a country that shares a great measure of their pursuits. It's only going to take some time. But before you know it, everything will just come together in one way or two ways. So, as we are continuing to hold ourselves together in what we currently know as the big fish, let us know these whole forces as a proper measure of what we do. We cannot be looking at what we are already looking at, and as we have received the papers of the referendum, we'll continue to, fight along until we help ourselves in a proper order. There's no two ways about it. So, when we continue in this path, we must again, without dispute, hold ourselves to this very point, that one good turn deserves another. And that's where the theory lies. No going back, no turning around, no misplaced priorities.